Did I miss it?
Yeah. Thanks
I'm
for
sick
being
of
so
being a
nice.
bully. I'm sick of being
I
a life.
know.
I am
I could
sick
hear
of being.
you every time you talk
Good.
loud back
Good for
there.
him.
So they would have too.
I was just doing.
Lady, you're wrong. If
I
you
know
are
you had me
accused or thought
screaming
of,
at that
or
time.
you might have committed a crime or an act where they can ID you,
I
and
tried to get
that is
you
legal.
earlier, but
Now they can't
I
come
had
up to
to
you and
look
say,
at
"Well, they're
some
not,"
stuff
but they
first.
are obviously when they called there
You
to
know,
investigate. They have to get the ID. Now, if it's just walking down the street, no. The guy's explaining it
Is
too.
there a Cody I can
These
capture or
Karens,
something?
man.
Huh? Was
Hey
it
everybody,
Memorial
Larry Lowe
Day?
here. I got a great video for you today.
What?
This Reacts video is pretty cool.
Was it
It was
Memorial
actually
Day?
requested by a lot of you guys.
What?
We all know what a Karen is.
I can show you that
Well,
vacuum
this is
today.
I don't know
Karen
how I
versus
can prove
cops.
it any.
And I'm going to react to it.
But yeah.
Crazy people. You know, listen to me. I am very open about my beliefs in the police officers. If they're a good cop, I will support them 100%. And if they're a bad cop,
Maybe a
I
bit.
will
See,
expose them 100%.
alright, a lot
Just the
of
way
the
Larry
memorial
said
would
to
show
do
up
it.
pictures from
Before I get started in this video,
yeah.
I'd like to really just say I want to thank
And a lot of our
this
glossy
company,
pictures we
D's.
took when we had Polaroid.
Yes. I know it's a weird name, but look at the name.
So,
Easy.
you know,
Yes. I don't
they
accept many sponsors. I mean,
use
as
something
much
to
as
record it to
what
put it
more
on
sponsors left.
big screen.
One, I have to use it. So when this was given to me, I tried it and I used it.
We
It's a
weren't
security
there.
camera.
Ethan
And
People
said
there
for
probably
my
see
RV
a lot
and
of
other places. It's got solar power. It has electrical power, battery power. It's got a long memory card, and it works pretty good. It's not that small, so it's not a hidden camera. But I don't want a hidden camera. I want somebody to know they're under surveillance. They'll be trying to mess with my stuff, break into my RV or whatever. So I just want to thank them. Go check them out. It's DZEES. Go check them out in the description below, and I want to thank them again. Now, I love this stuff. You guys know the question for
Hey,
you.
come on,
You always
like,
talk,
find
oh,
one
Karen's
next.
crazy. Larry, can you comment on
Yeah,
Karen?
sorry.
Well, I thought about it. I said, what am I going to do? Karen's a moron. Thank God my mother was never a Karen. We
Oh,
never
there'll be a
played.
CD.
Be careful with the well, Karen, maybe not.
Always talking to Gary.
I think
Everybody else
usually you do.
might be a
You
little
have
harder
to
to
have
get
that
a
air
hold of other
quickly.
than he should be, but
And
you don't always
that's just
answer
not
his
me,
phone.
never was, never will be, never was my mom or family or sisters or anybody like that. My sisters are tough. They're not Karen. That's for sure. They are logical. And we're going to go and I'm going to review some of these idiot Karens.
I know, we were just talking to him. It was only me.
Maybe the cops are going to
He
do
was in
something.
front of
Screen.
the.
So let's go check this out. This is going to be a fun one.
And a
And it was just him and me and Mom. And
Who hasn't that happened to?
yeah, a little.
well, you don't have to be there.
But you know, a lot of times you don't talk about it. So,
Now, listen, I don't like to say
yeah,
for the Karen right away because I don't know what's going to happen.
Oh,
I'm sure she's going to be a moron. But this kind of twerks me off the bat, and I'll tell you why. How many times have you, in your car, looked over
He
a
still
cop
thinks we got stuff ahead, but I'm
driving
telling
down the
you,
street,
everything
right
that I knew
alongside him,
wasn't
he's
mine,
alongside you,
I shipped to
come
him.
off an
And
exit,
very
wherever
little
you
left
look
in
in,
the
and
foot
he's on his
locker.
computer
There
in
might
the
be a
car.
little few things that are hidden
How many
in the
times?
foot locker.
How
But
many?
it's not really gonna matter.
How many times have I got behind a police car and clocked him going a steady 85? I'm going
Like we got his people or
happy.
any of his
Again,
handwriting.
I don't care
You don't
about it.
have any.
If I was a cop, the lights are starting to
The
go,
ones
I'd
we
be
bought,
probably
the
crazy.
only ones I got left are
But
my own, and some of them are.
I don't think that's like the biggest crime in the world.
They've been in there, and water got in them. But we had a fire next door. Lights got in them. That's the big problem.
Where the girl, where this Karen really screwed up here, is here. Should have said nothing, number one. But she's got a point. Do you have anything better to do? Obviously.
I don't want to be killed by you, man. Pull over into the BP lot. Just call me a douchebag.
The police officer making the stop is Columbus Police Officer Keith Connor. In about 3.5 years, Officer Connor has issued over 900 citations to distracted drivers. So to say he has experience with these types of drivers would be an understatement. Let's see how he initially deals with this Karen.
I need your license, your registration, and insurance. Can you please put your feet in and close the door?
You see, people who get stopped just don't do the right things, and I'm gonna give cops that. They get a little nervous. They're not experienced like most people are.
Insurance, man.
I could never last with Karen, guys.
You're willing to text with your...
I will tell her.
Dude, I'm not texting.
You were typing and you look, there's a picture there, and you're typing under with a green text bubble.
I'm not
comments on a picture.
I'm questioning that. How is this guy seeing that through another car and a tinted window?
I don't need your insurance. I'll pull it up, ma'am.
I mean, that's just stupid. I mean, I think he didn't like her. She didn't kiss his ass when he
Connor
stopped.
stays cool, calm, and collected. Now that's impressive. She had excuses lined up ready when she knew she'd been caught red-handed. You can tell how experienced he is with these types of drivers. He's just allowing her to get it all out.
Hey man, how you meet these dudes anyway?
Stay in your seat, ma'am. I've asked you to stay in your seat. Can you please close the door?
Excuse me, is this part of the law as part of getting pulled over?
I'll tell you what.
I'm just asking because you're being pretty forceful about it, and I'd like to know the truth. Is that a law?
There's your driver's
Can you
license,
answer
ma'am.
that for me, Officer
What
Connor?
you're being cited for is
Are you not
texting
going to
while driving
answer
today,
my
ma'am.
question?
I'm going to give you a copy of the law today.
You're not.
These women think they have
What is your question
the
again?
right. They are number one.
It depends on my feeling of safety, and you've been very aggressive for absolutely no reason.
I don't know it's doing because I'm constantly with it, but I actually do that part.
Their life is in
It's
danger.
more reactive
You're in danger.
because you don't know.
Our lives.
At least
I'm not buying there's a lot worse Karen situations than this one.
it really is entertaining.
But she is a joke.
On the
No, it does feel a number on your voice, so you definitely.
play this for the judge. This would be
Maybe
absolutely
most people are like, in the future, I'll just mostly just see you to recover it really fast.
this address.
I'm
But
opening
it's
the
taking
door
longer
in
for
front
me.
of Waste
Guilty in
Brand.
front of a judge.
You know,
Your second
low
option,
riders, all that shit.
you can actually
Darren?
pay for it in person downtown.
Now after this next part, you will see why he's getting the peak of his patience and takes no more of her nonsense and sends her on her way.
Butterfingers, making us all safe on the road.
I'll tell you what.
Oh, this lady. You know what I always picture? To be honest, I'm picturing this lady right here. Imagine if she was your girlfriend or wife. I couldn't do it. I'd have to strangle her. I would strangle her. Boy, man, whoever came up with the word Karen, it wasn't around when I was a kid, but it's appropriate. Or Ken.
Well, at least she's alive today because of me. Douchebag. Your Honor, I'm a douchebag.
You are allowed to call whatever you want. You know, it's funny
You know what I
because
thought?
I got stopped in New York City on my cell phone, going over one of the bridges. And I didn't know this at the time, and this was about, 5 years ago, that you're actually, it's a $250 fine when you're recording the phone. I ended up having a good cop. I told him, he saw I was from Florida, he saw that I was an honorary police officer, and he said, man, you just can't do that here. I didn't know, I really didn't. So he was really cool, and I got a lot of respect. Not because I gave me off. It's just the way he approached it. He talked to me. He didn't know who I was, what I did. I kind of looked intimidating. I usually have a cut-off shirt or something like that on. I'm like this, and
Yeah,
you stop me
no,
as a cop. I'm not gonna have a
definitely.
happy face like, hi, how
Working
you
on
know,
it.
I'm hard. And so
Come on, dude. What's all that?
I understand. about towing the cell phone, and it's wrong, guys. It really is. Did you know some studies show that you are better off, I hate to say this, you're actually more cohesive or better driver in DUI than you are if you're actually looking at your phone. And I can believe that. You know, once you're on your phone, your mind is gone. I'm not saying how good your mind is anyway. Obviously, I hope you know.
Yeah, you don't.
We're trying to get
That Karen is
free. So I was supposed to get the papers, and they said I wanted to hear a sign back today.
It was.
That's my stuff to fill out to send back.
He could have.
I
This thing
guess.
was-
By the way,
I mean, no, she could. And she's an ass to do that. She didn't tell the truth. Obviously, I think she should have handled it better in the beginning, and there wouldn't be no Karen.
We have what's called a Ken, but this case,
Now we have a Ken.
Oh, well, attorney will tell me.
a politician based in Perry. Now,
I got
is
an
it a
attorney
surprise that he's
that
taking over his power by trying to ruin the career of the young lady? Let me know in the comments.
Here we go, guys.
Real serious.
Florida again. And a politician.
I mean, it sucks. Yeah, that's what I heard. If,
Listen, people.
it might be. Listen, my friend doesn't know all the laws in my state, so they just need their, you know, because they have like the lawyers and
We
stuff.
are the same.
Yeah.
So don't think you're better than
Maybe we
anybody.
have to
Don't
do
think
it
you're
too. I don't know. I don't.
a good person.
Type something here.
You're the tops. Period. Whoever you are. I believe that.
Oh.
I don't like putting people down. Nobody's smarter than the other.
I
Listen,
swear.
somebody could be book-
I see those
book smart.
fucking bags, or any bags get on my fucking shit
There's
one more
always
fucking
balance.
time. I'm
Now what stuff? Tell me I might have did.
Stop, get out
the
of
Odie bags.
Yeah, it was me.
I don't like my shit unorganized. Unorganized it for a reason. It pissed me off. I mean, it pissed me off that some of the
I was
closet
just
is
trying to
messed
find a
again.
spot that sits flat on.
Somehow the closet is a mess again. And I know more would have talked about that, but
Okay, well anyway. Well
no,
anyway.
I'm here. I don't know how the fuck that closet is a
I thought
mess.
you
But I don't want to
did
clean up
you
because
put
I
out
don't
a
want to make a mess.
did
It
you
pisses
put
me
out a
off.
thing for get money on the internet?
Put it on the Department 7.
Huh?
This guy thinks he gets it. I know I'm against
I need to go talk to my friends. So, I don't know. Like,
Well, if you haven't done it, don't worry about it now.
why?
What for?
What do you mean before?
I mean, they didn't get anything either.
Just before the hospital goes, we have got $100,000.
No, it's just a paper to cremate them.
Yeah, well, I get it free. But like I said, paperwork not brought by the mail. I was supposed to sign for it, and they said, "Oh, you weren't there to sign for it." Well, I was just sitting right by the door. See, anybody knock this afternoon?
The video that we just showed you went viral after it
Yeah,
was
I
released,
was
and Hyde was
sorry.
forced to make a
Okay.
statement.
You didn't hear
He
no knocks,
apologized for
right?
his wrongdoings, as this would not
Well,
have
that's
been good publicity.
right.
We
Hyde
see those
subsequently
assholes.
lost his
Not
campaign
here.
for
They would
office.
have fucking Trump.
He lost his campaign. That is funny as hell. I wonder where he was.
Probably in my
Woman of the land,
drawer
or
of my
a woman
room.
of God. However, this claim will give her no advantage when she's up against the judge.
I don't
Woman
think
of
there is a
God.
code because
This
that's
was
long baby.
real
Yeah,
well.
that's right. It was raining. So, yeah, that's probably
A minute clip of this lady on TikTok.
probably in the code.
She's a real one.
He's gonna put the bag.
Lady, you're wrong. If you were accused or thought of, or you might have committed a crime or an act where they can ID you, and that is legal. Now, they can't come up to you and say, well, they're not, but they are obviously who they called there. So they have an order there that
Oh,
somebody
pockets.
called for whatever reason. So they're investigating. They have to get the
Which
ID.
store was in there?
Now, if it's just walking down the street, no.
Yeah, there
You know,
The guy's explaining it.
There's only one key.
Paul here. Situation, we have
no, I
to
swear I
investigate the
thought you were
situation.
getting out there.
These Karens, man.
It's mixed in with his
I
house.
will tell you one thing. If you're a woman and you're out here and you're watching my channel, please, don't act like you're idiots. I mean, listen, this makes you.
She got older.
Of course.
I always say that.
Of course he got older. What do you expect? I got older too.
But the lights on you, you don't do that.
Well, your bodies are, your souls are in an indefinite zero age.
I am a woman of God.
The souls don't age, but the bodies will.
Okay.
I'm a Christian. So if you're not a Christian woman of God, you don't get the privileges she gets for the law. Come on, lady.
Look at Chuck.
Yeah. According to rules, legal,
I'm
he
sick.
lost in court.
Good for him.
I'm not going that far.
That he was paying
Should be a
money
big
for
No.
such an idiot.
You know,
Police
or-
officer's body cam as he responds to a Karen refusing to wear a mask on a plane.
Oh boy. I have to stop this, guys. I just have to, and I'll tell you why. This lady is getting kicked off a plane.
What left Megan in a refrigerator?
I was kicked off a JetBlue
You
flight.
do right.
I'll still get
I'm gonna make you.
No, not this year. It was last year. The end of last year. Something.
Carl, zero.
They were dead wrong. And I'm not just saying that and all this.
Obama.
You're giving these gate agents gate tickets.
Bummer.
Power.
Oh, bummer.
One person thought I was lying, and I was not. I'll tell you. If anybody out there knows that I have a disability, I respond. I'm gonna do that, actually. I'll put that out there. And I just did a full 9 or 10 hours straight of filming, standing on my feet. As a matter of fact, I was coming from Connecticut. I was coming from Ian Bick and J.D. DeLay. So I was up there. And
No, somebody was there, either Harry or Steve.
fell asleep at the, the cafeteria area.
I just
Not
say
big.
about a guy, although
Got
it makes
up
a
late.
lot.
Obviously, I was grabbed. I just got up after about a half hour. And I can't walk anyway, so I'm holding on. I was holding on a nick of the wall. Hey, you're drunk. Get on.
They put out that little
I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk. In fact, I can't have any smell anything left. And I got on a plane, and all of a sudden, there's two people in front of me. And the plane is empty. People, I'm coming back from Connecticut, Orlando. Plane was literally empty. So
If you say
I'm
so,
sitting there,
very old,
I walk
probably
out,
is.
myself a nick, and a lady is sitting next to me. I
Right.
gotta sit right here.
Dripping hair.
You know, my question. I said, no.
Yeah, they all do that
I
eventually.
moved behind her. There was an empty row. I get in there. In comes this gate attendant. Off the plane. Yelling at me, screaming at me. It took everything in my nerve not to go off. And I got off the plane, and I did go a little crazy. And I was hoping they were going to arrest me. I really was. Because, they have the right to refuse me. You can't discriminate. They were discriminating against my disability. And I'm telling you, I felt it. I felt it right hard. And I didn't like it at all. And that's what this one. I don't know what this lady said. Listen, and I'll tell you what, I'm a little bit, and I'm glad it's over. This stupid mask thing was all bullshit. Can we at least believe that? Can we agree to that? Science to this day has showed that all that shit meant nothing. Washing your food, washing your mail, it was all bullshit. Now I get it, they didn't know, so I'm not mad at them. But come on, you went at it like a Gestapo, and I really believe this. I believe a lot of times the government tries to see how far they can push it. I really mean that. Don't be that sheep. Don't be that little puppy following behind them. Don't be that sheep. Question things. You're right. And if you're an American and you're a free person, you should question things. Don't just take their. I mean, who are they? Who are they?
Hey, motherfucker.
This just like I got mad at Governor DeSantis for trying to make an airline not use the masks. So you can't do that. Hold on, Governor. Florida's a free state, and the United States is a free country. That's a private business. They want to do that. And don't say, oh, well, we're letting him in our port. Well, then stop it. Now you're getting a little bit too crazy. You're saying not wearing a mask, and they're saying they want to wear a mask to save the people. I mean, you can't do that. let people make their own choice. If I own the company, I have a right. If I own this company, and I do,
What?
somebody walks in, I didn't want
Yeah.
But if they, that was my choice. I own the company, and that's exactly right. So let's go. Let's continue. She does not seem like she was causing any trouble. I wonder why they're doing that.
Love you, my dear.
Oh,
Yes,
she wasn't
I
gonna
could
dance.
say something on there.
That's the way it is, but right now I'm going to
That's fine, and I will respect that.
Okay, so I'm going to need you to grab your bag and just
And I did not do anything, actually. Just
We'll talk about it outside.
disruptive besides speak my mind.
Okay.
I know what
Guys,
America's about.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
Stop, lady. Stop crying. Stop going dramatic.
Sure did.
Based on her behavior towards the officer, you better be disrespectful toward the flight attendants, refusing to leave the plane for incorrectly wearing her mask. Her attitude towards the officer was only making matters.
I just had to stop it here because, again, here's the announcer,
Well, I
or,
just-
you know, the
it's
narrator,
a copy
you know,
of
saying,
the
oh, she was disrespectful gate agent. How do you know that? You know, these gate agents, you know, you look at them,
Good
and
job,
what did you
Roger.
say? Like they got some kind of power. You know, that's wrong. These airlines need to be checked.
the picture.
Here's what's happening. They're going to deplane the aircraft. I'm going to take you off the plane.
Yeah, we're gonna try.
And you're going to go, just so you know.
This girl is gonna try now to, what do you call it, debate with the cops. Oh, you tell me I don't have to, you have to honor your word. No, you don't.
Oh, it's great.
Cops lie all the time.
Yeah, I think you were back.
You want to trust me? That's not healing. We're not healing.
Oh, we're not healing. This is one of those
How
girls.
are you?
You know, I don't know. They do some voodoo over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Megan was a baby.
Why do they have to just go? They prolong shit like they're gonna change somebody's mind. I think they sure do got less genes, brain genes, man.
So you as a cop should have to honor that, right? No, you should though. You should have to honor that.
You should have to honor what you say. They lie all the time, lady. I do like these. They keep me alive. They make me realize how most women are good women. Most people are good people. You get assholes everywhere. That's what it is. Whether it's cops, whether it's civilians, whether it's government employees, whether it's guards, whether it's administration, whatever it is. There's good and bad in all.
The officer then proceeded to arrest and detain the woman. She continued to claim she wasn't doing anything. If that were the case, the police wouldn't be here. Her
Well, see, that guy's wrong.
I don't think that.
She didn't do no, police are called assholes too long. Well, stop lying. This is no Brooklyn chick. I'll tell you that.
Phone talks a bit better.
I looked at you in your eyes, and I knew you were lying to me.
I because
Typical crazy man.
The Karen arrested in Sarasota, Florida, is identified as Adelaide Schrawang. Continues to call the police officers liars at the county jail just for doing their job. This Karen makes no sense, continuing to argue and making matters worse for herself.
Yes, dear.
With you two, yes, not with you because you're a liar. No, he said he literally the reason.
This lady is just so out there, man. It's almost crazy. It's kind of funny.
I looked at you outside of the.
It's crazy. It really is.
I didn't have masks on. No, can I say something before anybody takes me out so that I can just say what I have to say? And then I can say what I have to say, and then that's. I will do what y'all want me to do because I'm here now.
Lady, Karen, you have to do what they say. There's no, you're not gonna get it. It's not your way.
I'm sorry, my mother's a social worker and you're about to like really because you made eye contact with me before I ever got on that plane.
You made eye contact.
Wearing a mask.
I want people to make eye contact with me. I don't get that.
Then you manipulate the situation. No.
How did she manipulate the situation? I'm lost on this. I think the lady said Karen. Is her name really Karen? That'd be funny.
I looked in his eyeballs and I thought he looked into my eyeballs. In fact, he abused that.
Oh, shut up. Easy.
Like, yeah.
Now she's crying.
That's why I told you that mine didn't have Will.
These people are so emotionally shocked.
Yeah, I told her don't worry about us. We gave her 20 money.
Listen, things happen in
That
life.
Welsh
If
one
life breaks you up this much, you got a lot of problems.
Yeah,
Simple. A lot of
I was
problems.
ahead of it fine. I said, just worry about it.
You are a person. You're not following my movement, right? I use my conscience to okay? But I think you're the step out.
And that's why.
Women can drive you crazy. You know, there's old saying when I was young.
Yeah.
I know this is going to get a lot of people mechanic. You know I'm going to say it. You know, there was an old saying when I was a kid. This is just a joke, of course. It says, if she could cook, you would need women. Of course, that's not true. I'm just being stupid.
Resisting an officer, interfering with aircraft operations, and trespassing. She remained in custody throughout the week under a $65,000
$65,000 bond.
motorcycle cop to be a real police officer. It's seen in the video. This is an unusual traffic stop where the so-called police
This is a Ken, if you want to call it. I saw this video before, this guy. Cop, so-called cop.
Before you find out, you're a police officer. Listen, I know what I'm allowed to do and what I'm not allowed to do.
This guy got caught 3 times already. Impersonating police. He keeps doing it. You want to talk about wannabe cop? That's a sick man. This guy's got some problems. He's ready to shoot somebody.
As it turns out, the driver was right. The wannabe cop, Jeremy DeWitt, is notorious for impersonating a police officer, making all sorts of traffic.
What a Ken.
Going back to the impersonation gig, even after being arrested 3 or more times for it.
That's got to be a power trip.
Which crimes, but we won't get into it for the sake of
I'm
staying.
trying to remember the crime this time.
Notorious, don't impersonate a police officer.
Who wants to impersonate a cop?
Up next, we have a good old Ken who's just been pulled
Another Ken.
by a police officer and ends up having an aggressive first interaction with the police officer.
Oh, this is funny. Bang. I don't think this guy's happy with the police.
Aw, man.
You're a little. Give me my dick and go f yourself, goofball.
Oh, I don't know, you know. Oh, look at the girl in this. She looks like a Karen. Ken and Karen.
I don't know what the Ken was thinking during the confrontation, but let's just say things didn't go his way when the police caught up.
I understand people not liking cops. There's a lot of reasons why. You were abused by him. You had a family member that wasn't treated right by him. A lot of things. But try to remember this. It's not all cops. And if you don't like the way our country is and the laws we have, get the fuck out. That's all I can say there. I mean, listen, there's a lot I don't like about the country. I don't like the prison laws. I don't like what's going on in our criminal justice system. But I'm not just doing absolutely bitching like these people. I'm trying to do something. I'm figuring out ways to get people involved and maybe change a life, maybe help a life. I don't know. I'm not going to judge this Karen because she didn't rip her mouth, and that's not right to do. And I always say I won't do that. I don't judge anybody anyway. Listen, I don't know what's going on in their life. I don't know what's going on in their life. It could be, you don't know. The wife could have just, stabbed the guy and he didn't report it. Who knows? You just never know. I know I always get extreme, but that's just the way it is. Let's get to it.
Got his gun on me now. The RCMP officer has his gun on me now. Listen to him. He's hitting my fucking truck now.
Broke the window. Listen, they will break the window, man. You know, I love people when they think, oh, you can't do that. You know, whenever somebody says to me, government, this police, they can't do that. They can't do that. It's against my rights. They can't do that. And my set line is, listen to me. The United States of America made the president of Panama, Manuel Noriega, a drug dealer. They went down there with F-16s. I actually know one of the pilots that was buzzing the city. And they ended up getting Manuel Noriega, took him back to America, and put him in Miami prison. Federal prison. Yes, that's fact. That's true. Look it up. And you don't think they can mess with you. That's what I tell you. They took a president out of a country, whether right, wrong, or indifferent, and put him in jail. What would have happened if El Salvador came to the United States and they arrested Ronald Reagan and tried to put him in prison? Because we had the Iran-Contra scandal. We were selling drugs. It's all true. Why? The biggest bully on the block?
I like to share too.
What we did was wrong. It was wrong. If you think they'd really let the people handle that. You know, there's so much corruption in our country. Why don't we do that? What about Vladimir Putin? What about a lot of other people? What about Xi Jinping? Come on, guys. We're just picking on the weak, and that I didn't like. These people, though, they're morons. I don't get. I think some people just want to fight.
Assaulting you, please. Get him over here. Holy help me. Help me. I won't.
Send somebody now, please.
Help me.
He's tripping balls. Hurry up.
Someone now.
Oh, shut up. You know, I'd like to see this guy 24 hours in prison.
What are you doing?
Oh, there's the Karen. She's getting her lights up. Is it really this big of a deal? What Listen, I don't know the whole situations, you know, and if they talk to me, I might think differently. But try to get this damn thing out of the way.
Refuses to wear a mask in this grocery store. When approached by this police officer, for which we watched through his body cam point of view,
I cannot stand masks. For the record, I do not like the mask. But it is up to the store owner.
Store policy. They can't ask you to leave.
Okay, so let me ask you, is it a law? What's the federal law that prevents me from wearing a mask?
This lady's a moron.
Federal.
What is she talking about, a federal law?
Okay, so you don't know
She's a moron.
No. The law. The law, because I'm going
I had hair to be out now. They didn't have Karens back when I was a day. I'm sorry. We wouldn't have. I'm sorry. We wouldn't have put up with it.
believing she's in the right and that she's proving points. It's not clear what point she's trying to make, but her disagreement is only setting her up for her own failure.
Absolutely.
Business can't ask you to leave for any reason.
that prevents me from wearing a face
They
mask.
don't have to provide you service.
Do they serve the public? Do I?
Whatever. If I own this store and you come in here and I say get the fuck out, you got to get out. This isn't up for debate, people. I don't know where people get their laws, or please, if you're going to study the law, go study it right. The first thing you need to know is your fucking Constitution. The 10 Amendments, the first, the Bill of Rights. You know, right, free speech, right to bear arms, and illegal search and seizures, and cruel and unusual punishment.
No. Do they serve the public?
Soon after, the police officer finally makes a call to give this Karen what she deserves.
Yes.
She had it coming the
I
moment
love
she
this when they
decided
do
to
this.
argue with the police.
No. I'm not giving you my ID.
Oh,
No. Don't.
I love it. Just sometimes I know it'd be wrong, and I know it'd be wrong. But sometimes these people need to be slammed on the floor. I didn't say that. I really didn't, guys. These make me so crazy.
My phone.
Don't touch my boy.
I'm relaxed. Come on, let's walk out. Let's walk out.
Oh, let's walk out. Who does she think she is? No. Stop resisting. Listen, lady, if you resist, you will not win. I tried.
You are trying to get free. That is resisting.
You're being nice. These cops aren't bad at all. I'm glad to see this video. I got one that might not be so good with the cops, so that's why I'm glad to see this.
ID.
Trust and believe, honey. Oh, no. Because no.
The police officers detain and arrest the Karen, then escort her out of the store.
The Karen,
She
I love
continues to talk.
This lady's over the internet. She'll be a Karen for the rest of her
What
life.
she says next is one of the only things she repeats throughout the rest of this video.
Give me my cell phone.
Miss, stop pulling away from
Give me my. Could you see this woman as your wife?
No, give me
She would drive me up.
my cell phone.
I think I know why I'm single.
being recorded.
I got less
Give me
patience
my
now.
cell phone.
I like taking care of my mom. Look at her, she's going crazy. She's healthy though. Oh, look at her, now she's kicking.
That's not mine. That's not
Oh, there was something in it. Look, there's
I want to see it. I want to see
there's
it.
something in here that she's really scared of.
Cell phone.
There was something more in there, I think, that she was worried that she's gonna get caught.
Coincidentally, the Karen in the video is actually named Karen. The
Karen.
Palm Heights, Ohio resident, Karen Turner, went to court and pleaded not guilty.
I look at these people, I look at these Karens and say, either these people are so spoiled, they really have nothing in their lives going on. You know, I never was disrespectful to anybody, unless you, even then, if you were disrespectful to me, I'd give you that opportunity to correct it. After that, I might not have been so nice. These people here just kind of like, they make me think, boy, you cops don't get paid enough money. Really don't. And part of me wants to believe cops don't shoot me with guns. It's the only thing that hurts me. It really does. It puts me in all that. I haven't seen many guns are ordered. If you added up how many guns have ruined cops' lives or saved lives, I'll bet you get more. I really do. Whether it's PTSD, bad shootings, lawsuits, there's a lot. They don't sleep. There could be a lot of it. But I'm getting off that. This was a Karen versus cops, and I'll tell you what. If you ever see me with a Karen, please, just please, smack me or grab me and say, Larry, wake up. It's a Karen. Hey, with that said, everybody, I hope you liked the video. Please stay tuned. Please like, subscribe. It really does help. Pass the word, and please give me your comments. As you can see it, I've been answering a lot of the comments in all the videos. Have a great day, everyone. Please stay safe.
YouTube, how's everyone doing? It's Professional here. Welcome back to my playthrough of LA Noire. Let's continue where we left off, and we are going to be doing the next case here. If you guys enjoy this series, do drop a like. It does help me out a lot.
Kowski. Beat cop says he located a green Kaiser Fraser from the hot sheet. Address is 6 West 2nd Street. Get over there and see what you can find out.
Bubbling over here.
Go on. Sorry to inconvenience you.
We're on it, Captain.
Yeah, probably bubbling.
So, this case, I don't think I've ever played this case before.
The more bent cars we bring in, the longer the hot sheet gets.
It pays the rent, though. Leaves Mrs. Phelps in the manner to which she's accustomed.
I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
Passionate, romantic type like you, Cole? I don't believe you.
This, I think this case might be a DLC case. If it's a DLC case, I've never played it before. The DLC cases, I've never played them before. I've only beaten the main story like 10 years ago. Okay. When I get to the crime scene, I'll probably see if I remember it or not.
They're calling her the Dahlia. Wonder what Veronica Lake thinks of that one.
You hear whether they're making any progress?
But Captain Donnelly seems to think they have it all wrapped up. Brown and Green are sweating this Manley character. I heard it'll be in front of a grand jury by next week.
Fourth, terrible enough being murdered like that without having to death. Strewn all over the front.
So they're talking about the Black Dahlia serial killer, which was a real thing that actually happened in LA Noire, and that serial killer actually appears later in the story. Okay, let's see here. 6 West 2nd Street.
That's the car, Cole. Just pulling out of the drive. Get it. Remember, we need them healthy enough to answer questions.
We just changed cars.
1247, Detective Phelps requesting immediate backup in pursuit of a stolen green Kaiser Fraser from 6 West 2nd Street.
Enough games, Phelps. Take this guy out.
Fucking with here? Grab your badge, you moron. Shut up! Find anything back there! You gotta have a Mexico in here.
Lay into his wheel arches. Come on.
What? But I've never seen this.
Spin him out. That's a tactic that cops actually do. Hit the corner right near where the tire is, you can spin him out good.
All right. Maybe I was a couple miles over the speed limit.
Get brake on him, Phelps. Put your hands in the air! Why did you run from us?
I saw a big car in my rearview mirror with two tough guys bearing down on me. What would you do?
What's your name?
Cliff Harrison.
You're under arrest.
For what? What are you talking about?
Nice try. I'm talking about the car being stolen.
You're out of your mind. I bought the car, and I've got the paperwork to prove it.
Coombs Automotive Company.
Like we'll have some questions for the people at Coombs
528 West 5th Street, Los Angeles, California, customer seat. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a DLC case. I don't remember this case at all. January 1st. Cliff. Okay, 6 West. Please enter my order for one motor car.
license.
Wash my sports car. Only joking, it got repossessed, and I left seafood in the trunk.
Relationship is perfecto.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, de puta madre.
Like new aerosols.
Maybe en el futuro, I guess.
Cheers, stay clean.
Ahí, te guacho el tren.
Watch those germs. Already got him, brother.
Thanks, I would have killed you otherwise. You like the bang, right?
Tommy, it's the dust.
Classic rock, though it was meant to be enjoyed. On the dust.
What makes KDST special are two things. Me, mainly, but also these guys, the records.
You trying to fuck with me?
San Andreas, gotta love it. Move here for the weather, but they hide the sun under a cloud of pollution. But now I just want so much for the next man, but you're supposed to hold a small can.
Let's just say that at GTA San Andreas, I'm doing the vigilante side missions to eventually get the upgrade to the character's armor. So instead of doing things that are questionable, instead I'm busting up crime.
Oh, I look younger with my haircut. And no beard. Then why they say I look Harry and Steve?
That's them, they're your brothers.
Well, they ain't no. Right? You must not have seen your gray hairs over there, 26 years of marriage. You're not being as young anymore either, are you?
I am very young. What?
You're not that young anymore.
Yes, I am.
Not 18.
I was 18. I was 19 when we got married.
Yeah, when we got married.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
You were out of high school.
Where's scissors?
Around here, why?
It's not fun.
Yeah, now. It'll just grow again.
I know. You've got hair still.
Yeah.
I mean, dark hair.
Yeah.
And hopefully, like, let's just say that if I were suddenly in those times too, I'd be dropping everything to, follow as one of the disciples of Jesus. Now, imagine how little bit different things would be though if Nicodemus could come with him. Let's just say that other than the possible bounty hunt that I say Rockstar kind of neglected the very feature where you could do like continuous bounty hunting, because so far Trevor's only given only so many side missions of bounty hunting. And like it's kind of a missed opportunity that they didn't do more of that.
This song will put hair on your chest. Certainly did on my ex-wife.
Let's just say do the vigilantes with this chopper, I'd say it's the most fun way. Don't get a police bike, don't get a police, like anything, just try to get a hold of this chopper. This is, like, as long as you got a good hand of how to fly it, regardless of keyboard, mouse, or controller, it's fun. I imagine, man, it would be even sickening if somehow Aiden Pierce got a hold of a chopper. Like, then his targets would really be doomed if he had this kind of chopper that he could jack into. What I mean by jacking as in, hook his phone full of hacks up to it. So yes, in a way, my tablet right now is kind of being like, you know, kind of the equivalent of a console right now, because it seems like that very app plays at 30 FPS, and I'm just having certain things to take that 30 FPS and have it regenerated to a more solid, smoother frame rate. And what's that about?
I got a real turkey storm shot one.
Hold on, guys. I gotta help someone with how to shoot in a game.
Oh, yeah, okay. This ain't normal stuff. Wait till you see this. You gotta get the top one, that one over there, before it closes it off.
Well, nice telling me.
Well, we said it. You gotta shoot now before you ain't got. That's the guy you wanna have, not the guy you gotta kill. The guy you gotta kill is over there.
Yeah, that's complete accident, right?
And now you kill the other guy on your side. Oh, that ain't way. Now you gotta get the other one. You killed your own guy again. Now you gotta get him again. 135. I did solve it. Too late. Gotta get the top guy first. Alright, well, this didn't cover. I don't know what the next one will be.
So
I couldn't do that one.
that was like quickly shoot them, right?
Yeah, I don't know what order to do these valves at.
Alright, guys, time to get back to our vigilante business.
If the police can't stop you, must be on.
Okay, well, that ain't going too bad.
Los Santos Convention Center, it's Mike Andrews.
Understand that it's okay to be poor. There need to be poor people. We rich are the yin. You are the yang. We need you.
He's changed millions of lives with his book, Rags Are Riches. Now hear Mike Andrews live.
Mr. Andrews, I've had a run of bad luck, and I was wondering if this tea can help me get back on my feet.
This is the negative kind of self-obsessed and greedy talk that doesn't help anyone. My program will teach you a new outlook on life. Instead of complaining about being poor, enjoy it. Watch TV. Don't vote. Who cares?
You know.
But I'm homeless. You've got it all wrong. Society doesn't owe you anything. The government has better things to worry about, like killing innocent people. You already have everything you need, so enjoy your life.
See Mike Andrews live for only $200, payable in 10 installments. Reserve your seat today.
You can the one that's big people there. Like the little small people that's there.
He's on tour, I think. If he isn't, he should be. It's the Nightmare on Dutch.
Huh. Alright, I'll get that one. Well, I got through one, and I don't know the next one, so.
Why are you going through? He was having a little bit of people.
I'm just some stuff here.
And of course, as usual, when I'm doing something actually good for the public of limiting threats, the police are all on the character's butt for doing their work.
Apart from this man, the one, the only, Rod Stewart. This is Young Turks.
Okay, dear. What now?
Carol Bell.
Why?
I'm moving in. And boom, now at some point I can land this helicopter and save.
I haven't. Yeah, I have one here. I haven't gone put the fillings on it yet.
Guys, let this be a record that this is a rare time where I'm actually beating San Andreas without cheats or mods that I would call cheating or anything like that.
Do it if you want.
Okay, a little bit.
Do more than that usually.
Bam! Seems like even saving clears out your wanted levels, but yes, I did save after getting. So now do I not only have maxed out health, but maxed out body armor. Bam! Locked and loaded. Make sure CJ's all locked and loaded. Listen, I think I just read my own way. Look, guys, it's hard.
Hey, homies. What up, Carl?
What the fuck is going on? Did I look like a hooker to you?
What?
Those assholes keep saying shit to me.
Who said this to you?
The construction workers up that hill.
I'ma fuck them up. Hold up. I got this. I need to go teach them a little respect. Huh, that's right. Yeah. I've been thinking about getting me some new land anyway.
Hi, my sweetie.
Love you, sweetie.
Last night, love you, mommy. I know it's not easy. You'll get through it. Then I got nothing down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. You need pork beer?
No.
Okay. The guy who let me take a bite of Nancy.
I don't think she wanted to be in it. In the picture, you know what I mean? She could kind of hear, I guess, but
car are specified below to be delivered. All motor vehicles subject to prior sale. Neither Coombs Automotive Company nor any of its employees make any warranties to the accuracy or completeness of the ownership history of the aforementioned vehicle. Under no circumstances will the above parties be liable for any claims or losses of any nature, including but not limited to expenses, lost profits, punitive or consequential damages caused by reliance on this information. Coombs Automotive Company. Proper service and repair procedures are vital to the safe, reliable operation of all motor vehicles, as well as the personal safety of those performing the repairs. Standard service procedures should be adhered to at all times. Operating check routine should be carried out to eliminate the possibility of personal injury or improper service which would damage the vehicle or compromise its safety.
Where was Johnny at?
Okay. See if I see anything suspicious on here. Cash price of the car, $2,400. It's a lot of money back then. $2,400 is a lot of money. Let's see. This is gonna. Let's see. What is $2,400 in 1947? Let's see what that comes out to. That comes out to $33,745 today. Wow. Deposit accompanying this order. Used car bill of sale. For detail above, I hereby sign my right, title, and interest in the legal owner of this car, and I agree to deliver it to you on or before the date. But this isn't a title though. This is just a receipt. Where's the title for the car? I need a title. Vehicle reported as stolen.
So you chase me around the streets and then you don't even tell me.
Well, you gotta put the damn cheese on there, no.
To occupy this?
What?
To occupy?
Don't you dare!
Dare what?
Take some from that big skillet.
Take some what?
He's about to take from the skillet that I made for myself.
Do what?
Put it in his taxes. The skillet that I separate from the refried beans and the other ground beef. That.
Yeah, what makes it different?
Why?
Okay, that's vehicle reported as stolen.
You purchased this car from Coombs Automotive Company?
Yeah, that's right.
The sad thing is that this character only got wrapped in this only because,
And the ownership papers?
well, we're gonna find out why this is like he's being a little bit framed of this.
The certificate is evidence of legal ownership of vehicle. Deposit in a safe place. Do not carry in vehicle when vehicle is sold. Certificate must be properly endorsed and presented together with the issue registration card to the Division of Regulations Department of Motor Vehicles for transfer. Certificate of ownership, kind of like, I guess, the title there. But this body shop has a lot of explaining to do exactly. And things about this is body shops actually exist like this. Today they're not as common. Back then they used to be a lot more common, where you would have a body shop, but in reality it was actually a chop shop where they would bring in stolen cars, take them apart, maybe repaint them, resell them. This was basically a front for stolen cars. So this dealership already, I'm not liking this place. Okay, that's motive for flight.
You have a criminal record, Mr. Harrison?
No, nothing like that.
He is blinking a lot right now.
I'll fix this for you.
He could just be nervous because of the chase that happened too.
What? Yes, Super Mario. So, we are losing each other again at the moment. You keep on saying that. Yes, Little Mario, but that's not until in a few weeks, really. Yeah, you better come this time, because last time you didn't show up. Yeah. For his other. What? I know he lives in Dalton.
Where does Mario live?
Mario lives in Dalton too, but.
Well, what's so hard?
Yeah, little Mario. Of course, little Mario. Okay, Mario.
Hello, gas and gals. Me, Muda.
Love you too.
This is a hard one. I'm gonna use intuition. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Bad cop too.
You better give us something, Cliff, or we're gonna make this hard on you.
I didn't steal the car. I ran because I've got some wacky backy in the glove compartment.
How much, Cliff?
1 reefer.
We'll let it slide. You're in enough trouble.
Okay, what? I don't even know what that was. What's that? What is that term? Oh, see, I think it's drugs, like I thought. It looks like it's marijuana. Yeah, that's what it is. It's marijuana. Okay, I actually never heard that term before. Wacky backy. I have never actually heard that term before, so I had no idea what that was. Vehicle purchase details.
Who did you deal with at Coombs Automotive?
The owner, Richard Coombs.
There's not really any reason to lie here.
And he made out the bill of sale personally?
Of course he did. He kept a facsimile for his records. Check with him.
Okay,
we're going to get to the bottom of this, Harrison. Until we do, you're going downtown.
You gotta be kidding me! I'm getting arrested for buying a goddamn car?
If everything is legit, Harrison, you'll be out soon. Until then, if I were you, I'd keep my mouth shut. Bag his possessions as evidence, and have him arraigned for grand theft auto.
Right, Detective.
You know who my father is?
We need to get to Coombs Auto and check out Harrison's storage.
Here's what I'll tell you guys is, you actually can't be arrested for buying stolen merchandise. That's the thing, is a lot of people are confused by that. At least in my country, United States, in most places you can't. The only time you can be arrested for buying stolen merchandise if you know it's stolen. If you know it's stolen and you buy it, then at that point you could be arrested. So like if somebody buys a car with no deed whatsoever, you could probably make the argument that yeah, the buyer pretty much figured out the car was stolen, didn't care and bought it. But this guy looked like he got scammed basically. He got sold a stolen car. This dealership made a fake title, fake certificate. So he's not gonna get in any kind of trouble. But the thing is, though, is that the people that buy stolen merchandise all the time, people buy stolen stuff all the time and they don't even realize it. A lot of times people think that the stuff that they buy stolen is from, like, pawn shops. But here's the thing is, pawn shops have to keep a record of basically every single thing that they keep, and they have to have a police report on that item. So basically what the police do is when they have something expensive that's been stolen, like jewelry or something like that, they just basically check all the recent pawn shops, check their records, see if they've purchased jewelry that. No business owner wants to risk their business buying stolen stuff. They don't want to do that. So the pawn shop business unfortunately gets a really bad rep because of this. People think that they mainly deal in stolen stuff, but if you're a legitimate business owner, you are not going to want anything to do with stolen stuff because you're not going to want to risk your business like that. So a lot of pawn shop owners, they keep really good records of a lot of the stuff they buy just to cover themselves in case that's something they buy stolen. But the place where stuff is most likely to be stolen that you're going to buy is 3 places, actually. The 3 places where stolen stuff is the most likely to be is going to be Craigslist. Craigslist is notorious for stolen stuff. Very common. So Craigslist, very common for stolen stuff. Facebook Marketplace is also very common for stolen stuff, and the other place, yard sales. Yard sales, smarter criminals will probably sell stuff at yard sales, and the reason for that is because it's a lot harder to track. There is no record. There's no record on Craigslist. There's no record on Facebook Marketplace. They could just put up a yard sale, and then if the item gets stolen and the police find that person with, and they say they bought it from that person, then the person can deny it and say, oh, I never sold it to them. There's not really a record, so it's a lot harder to prove it to them. So just be careful when you go to yard sales. Just think about that there could be something that's stolen there. Most of the stuff at yard sales is going to be legit, though. Just know that. But sometimes there could actually be some stolen stuff thrown into there. And if you ever buy stolen stuff, it happens. Don't panic. Just be very honest with the police. Basically, explain to them everything that happened. You'll be fine. And also, if police track a stolen item to somebody's house, like they track a stolen bike, for example, or somebody's property, they track maybe like a stolen iPhone to somebody's property. If they actually go to that person's property, a lot of times the criminal will actually say, oh, I didn't steal it, I just I bought it from somebody else. And so then there's that gray line where it's like, do you think they did it or not? Do you have enough evidence to prove that they did it? Because they could have just bought the bike from somebody else, and so you don't know at that point. So that's what gets tricky. So criminals, expert thieves, they cover themselves a lot of times with tracks like this.
So what? I think he's telling the
Who's
truth.
Automotive Co.
Some of the most convincing people you will ever listen to are born liars. Usually they're called politicians.
That line still is a little bit
I
funny.
gotta turn off the music for a little bit here because of this thing. I'll turn it back on for the clue. That sucks. There. But that's why when you see those videos on YouTube, when
Paperwork all looked above board, and he seemed like a clean-cut kid.
Well, I get it now. You see some kid who's basically you 5 years ago and assume he's got to be innocent.
I'm more than happy to be proved wrong.
Hey, if he'd been black or Hispanic, you'd be singing a different tune. You spout all this communist crap about treating everybody the same, but it only works one way.
I'm not sure that's communism, Stefan.
Oh, God, please. Not another history lesson from the man who single-handedly won the war.
Are you finished?
Yes. I feel much better now. We'll shake down the car dealer and take it from there. Unless his daddy plays golf with yours, of course. In which case, we'll give him a firm gentleman's handshake and be on our way.
See? I knew you weren't finished.
So, a lot of cops in this time period were extremely racist, and so that is true. If that guy was black or Hispanic, the police would have been way more suspicious. That is true. A lot of cops back then, especially in the 1940s, were very racist. There's very few black police officers. The vast majority of police officers in this time period were white. Okay. Automotive company, okay. Shady car dealership,
Not another step. I have got a Buick Century sedan that would be absolutely perfect for you.
that is such a rehearsed line.
Oren, sometimes I wonder why no one talks about the goofiest things on the internet. So I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off and exactly tell you what's going on. This is Operation Endgame. Now, if you look at the top headers, the Avengers of the world's federal governments and hacking teams, actually the world police has basically come together to stop a bunch of crazy hackers. And you know what I love is when my tax money, the checks that I write to the Internal Revenue Service, goes towards paying for stock footage and editing together some of the cringiest stuff out there. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end game. International law enforcement and partners have joined forces. We have been investigating you and your criminal undertakings for a long time, and we will not stop here. You know what I love? It's like back in the day when like the feds were going after somebody, it was pretty much hush-hush, you know? It wasn't until like after the handcuffs were put on, you know, they had a press release and they were like, oh, we got him, boys. Now it's like, we're hunting you down, boy. We're gonna find you, buddy. And they're running an entire season of it, like an online little like hype campaign. It's crazy, dude. It's like, you know what I love? I love federal police versus hacker drama, okay? Nothing is more exciting than watching keyboard warriors going at it, okay? The motherfucking chair force, one is entirely on this, dude. This is season 1 of Operation and
If you wanted, that's my phone, because I just booted up from a nearly fresh charge.
I don't have mine do that, but
stay tuned. It sure will be exciting. Maybe not for everyone, though. Some results can be found here. Others will come to you in different and unexpected ways. When the SEALs bust through your door and put 2 in the chest and 1 right in the head. Feel free to get in touch. You might need us. Oh no. Oh no. Surely we could both benefit from an open-hearted dialogue. You would not be the first one, nor will you be the last. Think about your next move. So they're also specified why, so think about what they're doing. It's like some weird form of psychological operations. Now, if you thought, you know, writing up a page was enough, that's not enough to warrant a video for me. Because some of that money has been spent towards editing together some really scary introductions. So, for instance, right here is their pilot video, which we're gonna listen through because it's a doozy. Ooh, so here it is. Oh no, that's a ransomware. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Did you think we weren't on to you? And there's some stock footage of people, you know, in an office. And of course, somebody launching software. And this is footage of obviously the feds taking over servers from all over the world and scrubbing us clean of actual ransomware actors. Wrong. Wrong what? The domain has been seized. Through the international cooperation of Operation Endgame, a series of coordinated attacks and dismantle services have been carried out. So this is an actual real operation. Like, this is not something somebody just came up with. Like, there's actual agencies behind it. A lot of your tax money, if you represent any of these countries, actually went towards paying for this graphic. And if you know graphic design, it ain't cheap. Now, of course, one of the things about it, too, is they've got a countdown of like 3 days. So this whole story isn't over. And, of course, there's multiple seasons and episodes of this, and they're like a minute long. So I guess we might as well watch, okay? This is Green Horse. Let's just play and see what this is about, boys. Operation Endgame. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we know it's Green Horse, okay? You don't have to, like, highlight it in. So here they've got, like, an actual animated, image of what appears to be, I think these are just like Russian hackers operating their net. Now I imagine this is commissioned art, and it almost seems a little bit AI to me, but to be fair, it's just them discussing how they operate these things, you know, sitting in their gamer hovels and calling it a day. Oh, here's the endgame badass sitting in and hitting that big takedown. This is how cybersecurity officers actually act. They got a big takedown button ready to go. My God, dude. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is what your money is going towards, okay? This man's already bleeding out of his eyeballs. I think the Russian mob already showed up trying to get their money, already put 2 right in the head. So obviously this is episode 2, Connection Lost, okay? 52 seconds long, so thankfully these aren't like mega massive episodes. We can kind of go through these, and obviously I think they're going to be releasing a whole lot more, but obviously it's just more focusing on Russian hackers and of course the Ukrainian hackers that exist out there, which there have been some arrests, which we'll actually get into. But yeah, a lot of this is just stock footage nonsense with them basically going over how they effectively took down tons of these botnets. And of course this is season 2, which by far is the funniest. Hello, my name is Odd.
And these are different nicknames he used during the past few years. Odd was responsible for Imhotep. Imhotep was taken down by law enforcement.
Oh no! Dude, they do not prep you for this, man. Dude got the plastic bag. There's no way the stock footage exists. This had to have been filmed.
He wanted to return, but got taken down quite fast again. Who knows what Odd is doing right now? What nicknames does he use? Who is he working with? What is his current product? Who is Odd?
Who is he?
Please get in touch with us and let us know.
Give us a call. Get in touch with us. And of course, they have like a Telegram channel. So if you want to get in touch and start leaking on people, you want to start like basically turning state pretty much. That's what it's designed for. Now, obviously, this is all the episodes so far. I'm sure in the next 3 days, there's going to be some wild banging stuff that basically comes out. Now, obviously, this is something that I feel a fair amount of people have been talking about. Like, I think there's some posts on Reddit about it, too. Where, again, one of the users on r/clandestine operations writes, Operation Endgames takes down malware operations around the globe. A major botnet operator is arrested. Ticketmaster's massive data breach is confirmed. And so is Google's SEO algorithm leak, which if you want me to talk about the Google algorithm leak, which is super duper fun, let me know. And of course, it starts talking about a whole bunch of extra things. Look, behind the scenes of cybersecurity and cyber warfare, there's a new thing happening every day. If my channel was only focused on this, I would have a story every single day to cover, and each of them would absolutely be bangers. So to understand, let's go to the entire website here and read more about what they're basically showing. So they've actually got some press releases where they say, listen, okay, so there are some press releases, for instance, where, of course, according to Europol, they've actually done and taken down a few botnets around the world with this dropper malware ecosystem. International Operation shuts down droppers, including Ice-T, System BC, Pickabot, Smokeloader, and Bumblebee, leading to 4 arrests and takedowns of over 100 servers worldwide. So to understand, this is not just some cringe stuff. This is actually a situation where 4 arrests have happened, 1 in Armenia, 3 in the Ukraine. You've got 60 locations searched, and 100 servers that have been taken down or at least disrupted across Bulgaria, Canada, Germany, Lithuania, the Netherlands, Romania, Switzerland, and the UK, the US, and Ukraine, and 2,000 domains under the control of actual law enforcement right now. But what's really insane about it too is when you look into this stuff, you'll find out that one of the main suspects in this has earned apparently 69 million euros in cryptocurrency by renting out criminal infrastructure sites to deploy ransomware. So literally man-in-the-middle type of shit, okay? Fixer stuff. The suspect's transactions are constantly being monitored, and legal permission to seize these assets upon future actions have already been obtained. So this person that earned millions of dollars, like enough money to not just retire, but to like generationally set up the rest of their family for multiple generations, it's all gone, okay? The feds have been working night and day to basically run Operation Endgame. And in their mind, this is the fucking endgame. This is where it all leads to. And these kind of this whole war that's been going on in the shadows, that's supposed to end literally in the next few days, okay? Or at least severely hampered to the point where some of these people just do not want to operate. So one of the actual releases here was, no one is untraceable, not even online. You always leave traces, as was again proven in this operation. So if you read stuff like this, like the actual feds are having a field day with this stuff. They're having a fun time making this look like it's some Hollywood movie. So several botnets, like they said, have been dismantled. So again, botnets are basically computers that have been enslaved and are doing requests for, you know, all these hacking groups around the world, right? So generally when you see, you know, servers being taken down or malicious activity being done at a mass scale, it's because a lot of computers have been compromised, botnets are running. Hey, remember that Windows XP video I made like, what, a week ago? That computer or that virtual machine was part of a botnet for a very short amount of time. These are basically zombie armies of computers that are basically commanded by a hacking group to do God knows what over the internet. And by dismantling them, you take away a lot of processing powers and capabilities of these hacking groups to do serious damage. And of course, as you just read, over 50 million euros worth of actual damage was occurring just from one of the suspects. So during a joint action by international law enforcement agencies and judicial authorities, several botnets that played a key role in cybercrime were dismantled. 4 arrests were made and 16 premises were searched worldwide. So what they said is many of the victims were not aware of the infection of their systems. So people, you know, who were actually part of the botnet had no fucking clue that they were assisting in criminal activities. And that makes sense. Nobody really would know. Some of these botnets and some of this malware was probably sitting on people's computers without actually being detected, or had ran in a very stealth fashion. There is a very real possibility. Now, I don't want to freak you guys out, but you could have malware running on your system right now if you've been downloading or have been part of shady things on the internet. No judgments, but that's just how scary and sophisticated some of the malware that's out in these day and ages. So of course what they said is, Operation Endgame does not end today. New actions will be announced on this website. So if you find this interesting, please bookmark OperationEndgame.com, okay? This is literally the feds having a field day with this kind of shit. So okay, cringy videos aside, one of the things that I wanted to showcase is because of these, releases, because of these actual takedowns, there have been new people added to Europol's most wanted fugitives. Now, this is so goddamn hilarious. So, for instance, if you look at the actual people on this list, you'll find out some of these people are, wanted for murder, grievous bodily injury, and some are wanted for illicit trafficking in narcotics, drugs, and psychotropic substances. So on this list, you've got murderers, serious, dangerous, wanted criminals, drug bosses, and of course, they've added a few new fugitives, 8 of them in fact, and they're the hackers in this situation. So I kind of love how they have like the Matrix stand in the background to visually denote that, listen, you got the drug bosses there, then you got the keyboard warriors here. We don't want to get you, we don't want to get you confused. It's like, yeah, this is a computer hacker. This guy right here, yeah, that dude's dangerous. You gotta watch out for this. So, makes sense. Now, if you look into this person's list over here, you'll find out this guy's like 25 years of age. The online alias they went with is Core. And of course, to give you an idea of what they've been wanted for, right over here, they're wanted for suspected membership in a foreign criminal organization. So this person is suspected to have contributed or is an essential part to the execution of global cyber attacks as a member of the group behind TrickBot in particular. It is suspected that the wanted person under the pseudonym Core acted as a crypter and in this capacity ensured that the malicious code was disguised in order to remain undetected by antivirus scanners. So this whole person's job was to basically make sure the malware was never going to be detected until the very, very end, until Operation Endgame became a thing. So to understand and to bottle it back in, this is a massive cybersecurity operation that's been occurring in the background for the last few days. And it's not just a background operation. This is one where it is hundreds of servers are being taken down, all these groups are being targeted at the same time, and it's not just the FBI, it's a whole bunch of organizations. Now, granted, their advertising is very cringe, very, very cringe. We're talking, like, stock footage levels of super cringe. You might as well leave the goddamn watermarks at this point. But ultimately, the intent is good, to stop serious criminals. And again, some of these organizations, they have no fucking morality. If they want to go after a children's hospital, for fuck's sake, they will. So obviously, there's the good guys fighting against the bad ones. I just think it's hilarious that we're openly taunting criminals. Like, there's actually a back and forth. Now, that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of internet hacker drama for today. Ladies and gentlemen, maybe I will revisit this in 3 days if any of y'all are interested to see just how Operation Endgame ends. But for now, I'm surprised nobody's really talking about this, but I would imagine that a lot of people in the YouTube world, people in the commentary space, are more concerned with things more relevant to them. I'm the only guy with computer experience, so for me, looking at this kind of stuff was just hilarious. But yeah, I wanted to introduce this to you because so crazy. Anyways, if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like it, dislike it,
You a comedian, asshole?
CJ.
You got it?
Hey, my cousin just called me. He gave me a tip about a baller's car going to San Fierro to score.
Shit. We gotta find out who's supplying those cats.
Read your mind, Holmes. I picked them up at the Mulholland intersection, and I'm trailing them now.
Okay, I'm coming to meet you.
Better make it fast, Holmes. These boys are hanging around.
I buy body armor, then the police really try to shoot at me.
Hey everyone.
Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here, your source for gaming, tech, emulation, and open source news. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off talking about the game formerly known as Bloodborne Kart. SDE, which stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano, or Emulation Station Desktop Edition, depending on how you want to interpret that. Anyways, there's a small update here that is kind of big for the Android version of this. It's now available on the Samsung Galaxy Store. If you remember, a little while back, ESDE Android was trying to get on the Google Play Store but couldn't. And now it is on the Samsung Galaxy Store and at a price of $8.16. Next up, we're talking about MAME, which stands for Multiple Arcade Machine Emulator, or possibly something else. I can't put my finger on it. Anyways, MAME version 0.266 just dropped. As per usual, there's a whole bunch of bug fixes and improvements. For example, they say that Taito F3 video emulation has been re-implemented, fixing numerous long-standing graphical issues. Talking about Vim's Lair, and this is arguably not good news for Vim's Lair. So Vim's Lair recently had a DMCA from Nintendo. We talked about that one. It was for the box art and images for certain Nintendo games. And it appears that Vim's Lair has been hit with another DMCA. I'll drop a link to the announcement in the description below, and this page has all of the previous correspondence regarding this matter. And they say, or Vim says, they received a follow-up notice today from mmnintendo.com, correcting the wording and grammar of the original DMCA. And the original DMCA did not have downloads that infringe on copyrights, and this new DMCA apparently does. And Vim says the referenced downloads have been permanently removed. Now, as far as I know, this is a real DMCA from Nintendo to Vim's Lair, and the specific downloads will not be returning. And I'm very curious as to how much Nintendo pays their lawyers versus their developers. With the activity I've seen this year, I would assume the lawyers from Nintendo are making quite a bit of money. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and one fluff. We talked about a bunch today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of it in the comments.
So if you're doing well out there, you may remember a little band called the Crystal Shit, and you may remember a devilishly handsome lead singer who got all the chicks. Now I'm on the radio and loving every minute of it, keeping the spirit of rock alive while some assholes in plaid shirts whine about
complete fucking moron.